Peace, peace, peace. Peace and power, peace and power. Peace and power to the people that struggle. What's going on? All peace and power to the people that struggle. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. As you come on in, know that you're in a safe space. Know that this is a space for learning and getting learned up. Know that this is a space for educating and being educated. Know that this is a space for conversation, dialogue, comments and concerns, building. This is a space of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. A space of intelligence, a space of integrity. Your space, a space of love. A space where we are working on a united path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration and throughout the class. Please keep all funding information in the chat. Funding hashtags. Apps with cash, pals that pay, grams with money. Unions that are Western. Damn it, blue cups, pink cups, red cups, zakat, yeah. Charity, damn it, handouts, damn it. Listen, there's a war going on outside. I keep telling you, no man is safe from. Fund the war effort. Fund the war effort. This Friday. Fund the war effort. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Don't wait until it's too late. Please book an assessment. Don't wait until it's too late till you behind the back with the metal iron shackles, shoulder twist up, face to the wall or to the floor, planted. Don't wait, it's too late. Don't wait until you get kicked out of the graduation. Don't wait until your kids can't come on a class trip. It's too late, okay? Don't wait. It's too late. Get yourself together. Learn how to de-escalate. If you or anybody you know is in need of a domestic violence intervention, listen, let's get to it. Book an assessment for you or anybody you know. That means if your daughter can't keep her hands off her little boyfriend, get her an assessment. If your son keep getting locked up, Ma, I ain't do it, Ma, putting hands on that little girl, get him an assessment before it's too late, before they making lives and then unaliving each other. Listen, domestic violence is serious. Book an assessment. If you or anybody you know is in need of intimate relationship abuse counseling and a consultation, please book an assessment. Do not, I repeat, do not go another minute without learning the warning signs, the behaviors that should alarm you. That hot water on the stove. Damn it, that grease. Man. Hot baby oil when you know the puffster ain't around. Man, that's a behavior that should alarm you. Okay? Characters and characteristics that should heighten your awareness level. Listen, events, people, places, conversations, and situations that should pique your alertness levels. Remember, with this information, the life that you save could be your own. Fish Friday. Fish Friday, 4/17. Damn it, you got about a good hour before I get aggravated and shut it down. I'm letting you know that right now because I'm getting ready to start taking lessons from these mega churches, these Christian pastors, because they say the language, they talking about they MAGA, they Trump, and they getting lovely donate. They said they living lovely, that they should have did it years ago. Damn it, I'm about to be Bliz, the Baptist bishop Yeah, Bliz, the Bliz. The Baptist bishop, damn it, from Buffalo. That's how I'm gonna start getting war efforts and fish Fridays and all that. I'm about to go nuclear on y'all. Give me a tie, give me some slacks that's real tight, some shoes. Yeah. I'm about to switch up on y'all. That's what y'all like. Y'all respect that. I'm about to switch up on y'all. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm about to switch it all the way up. Give me some shoes, some tight Kirk Franklin boogie slacks. Give me a big old Bible. Yeah, that's what we finna do around here. Damn it. Yeah, shine my chest up. Let the taco meat show. First I gotta grow it. Yeah, cause y'all don't know how to act. Anyway, let's go. Fish Friday. We got the usual suspects. Somebody tag Fat Joe. Tag Caillou Cartagena. Boy, Caillou Cartagena about to go to jail. Tag him. I've been telling y'all about him for months. Tag him. Yeah. Go get him. Tell him to bring his ass to class. The RZA and Nori, yeah, and DJ F and Drink Chan, the whole mob, tag them, tell them to come to class. Yeah. Because why? Because God Body asked me to elaborate. Okay? Tag them, tell them to come to class. Let's get it straight. Tag your God Bodies. Yeah, 5%ers, Muslims and Muslim sons, tag them all. Tell them to come to class on this Juma Friday. Yeah. And somebody, anybody, damn it, please, Harlem, stand up. Go get Jimmy Jones. Tag that mother sucker. Yeah, the one who sucks and kisses his mother. Tag Jimmy Jones. Tell him to come to class for bumping his damn head. Let's get to it. Let's go. Yeah, Fish Friday. My classroom assistants, y'all watching the chat, y'all watching the attendance, y'all watching what's going on? Is we gonna get porgies or are we gonna have to eat tuna? Let me know. While you're at it, tag everybody else. Tag your cousins. Tag your uncles. Get them dirty, dusty dudes off the corner. Tell them to come in the barbershop. Bliz is on. We got some schooling to get into. Tag yourself. Let's see who's in here. Lovely lady first in class. Tierra Green second. The young in South Jersey, the building in Philly. Bam Woods. Bam Woods is in the building. Let's go, Philly. Vitamin Vision TV. Goddamn, we see you. Hot Car, what up? We see you. Kent Williams, what up? Move. Detroit in the building. What up, Move? Yeah, leader, we see you. Woo, God Body, much appreciation. Peace to the gods and earth. I'm grateful to have found this channel. We are grateful that you are here. Please participate. I want the God Bodies in here. This chat. We educating this class because I'm not going to address it anymore. I'm not. Because I believe that it is a disservice to the nation the way they allow gray areas. I don't deal with the gray area. Okay? Dust Fro, what's going on? Construction Site Media TV, what up? Derek O'Neill, what up? What's going on? What up? O'Neill's in the spotty spot, East New York. Canarsie is in here. Curly J, what up? Uh-oh. NFNT, what's going on? Uh-oh, CR Profit Getters. Uh-oh, Thrax Packs TV. Just another Geechee. Jing, Alien, KMU, Canada, in the building. First responders, lifesavers, the North Country is up in here. April Brown, educator extraordinaire, the DMV's in here. TC, 55, TC, 55. 55 on a Fish Friday for TC. Trey Finesse, 55. 55 for Trey Finesse. Yeah, 55. Mark him down, see, Bliz. Trey Finesse, 55. April Brown. Get him. Get him. Willie Bethel. What up, Willie? Hard Tunes TV. What up? Ooh, Nas, Evan. Salute, what's going on? See, Bliz, get him, Sniper, get him. Big Red Shaolin, what's going on? Bernie, what up, Bernie? Marguerite McDonald Music, what up? George Johnson, Stephen Gill. Yeah. Philly Threats, come on, man. What we in here to do? Carleaf Arnold, 55. 55, y'all. Carleaf. Yeah. Geechee, we see you. Charles, what up, Charles? Rick Gatlin, what up? George Johnson, we see you. Mr. Warbucks, 55, y'all. Yeah. We got him, y'all. Got him. Hakim B, what's going on? Come on. Mello, what up? Woo! Michael Lott, DMV. Yeah, y'all deep. Jeff Sparks, what up? We see you. What's going on? Let's keep it moving. Ooh, Will, what up? We see you. Ooh, Tut TV. Yeah, Neef Buck, what up? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Divine. Peace, Allah. Peace. That's what I'm talking about, because we need some clarity. Listen, I can only go by what my enlightener educated me on. I can only go by what's going on and what 120 has done and what it hasn't done. Now, however you interpret it, however you manifest it, that's on you. But we have to have this conversation, because the leeway that is being given is man, it's too much. Hood Mayor, what's going on? Let's go. First and foremost, let's get the 85s out of the way. Let's get the Bill Powers out of the way. Yeah, let's get them out of the way. First and foremost. Now, I've been going at him. We've been learning about him. We've been watching him for the past, couple of years now, going viral. We've been watching him, right? Chuck E, a.k.a. Caillou Cartagena, a.k.a. Fat Joe. Woo-wee. Boy, if this lawsuit has any merit and legs, boy, you about to go down. Yeah, y'all. Let's get Joey, get him to class. Come on in here, Chubby. Yeah. Come on in here, Mr. I robbed a whole gym in high school. I robbed 70 dudes without a gun. Bring them on up in here. Yeah, because now, man, it seems that you've been having a good old time, huh? Ain't you, Caillou? Yeah. Allegations, lawsuits, 20 million in damages. Yeah. Now it explains it, because everybody was trying to figure out your career, your path. How is he able to sustain from underground MC to commercial rapper to consistently being everywhere and anywhere, getting doctorates and all type of things and all over? We have been making an attempt to figure this out, because the bars definitely ain't there. No. How? The image wasn't there. Remember, him and Pun was damn near the same weight. So we know he wasn't a lover. What happened? How did he sustain? Stephen Gill, much appreciation. Huh? How? Funding the war effort, Stephen Gill. How did Fat Joe go from Flo Joe to What's Love to Lean Back? How? To New York, New York. How? Has he remained in people facing consistent all these years? God damn it, he been Grippergate all along. All along. Who else in his graduating class, in his rap class, who else has been able to sustain without having major success, without having outside project? He ain't no actor. He never was in no major movies with no major roles. He ain't have no major tours. Successful. He don't sell out no damn stadiums. How? 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 Grippergate. That's how. Yeah. How has he been allowed for the last year and a half, 2 years to stay in people's face on every damn social media platform? Every award show, news, at the White House. How? Grippergate. There's a path going through someone's ass that leads to the bag. It leads there. And I've been saying it consistently. That none of these dudes are able to operate at the levels that they've been operating, without baby oils, without tricks, without dealing with the feds, a whole lot. So, yeah, yesterday, Thursday, a hype man, a friend, a comrade, a confidant, somebody who definitely knows who he is and what he's about, dropped paperwork, dropped the lawsuit. Yes. And it went viral and everybody jumped on it. Limited information, they jumping on it, they reading, they going through it. Everybody all of a sudden wants to read. But when I was doing the reading initially, it was corny. Right? When I was making sure that things were in clear perspective and waiting a day or two so the information could get nice and thick, so it's not gossipy, it was corny. Now everybody want to read, even in their limited abilities, not shading anybody. But people need to get their pronunciation right and exact before they come reading in front of hundreds of thousands of people. For real. Slow readers, they need help. We can help them with the remedial reading aspect. I just want y'all to understand that I've been reading out loud since 4th and 5th grade. Yeah, thank you to Miss Baker and Mr. Carr, Miss Eisenstein and all that. Yeah, I've been reading proficiently. Enough to get skipped a grade in middle school. So it just kind of throws me when you got 50-year-old plus men making an attempt to read and they sounding like a stymie and buckwheat in them. Calm down. Go back to doing what you used to do, which is gossiping and overhype and all other stuff. Just chill. Okay? Now, listen, on Thursday, a man named Dixon, yeah, filed suit. Dixon is alleging that his former boss, whose real name is Joseph Antonio Cartagena, engaged in coercive labor exploitation, financial fraud, manipulation, violent intimidation, and psychological coercion. Dixon adds that the hip-hop star behind such chart toppers as What's Love got rich and famous while he and his associates deliberately suppressed, silenced, and erased Dixon's substantial creative, artistic, and commercial contributions, which were foundational to Fat Joe's professional success and personal brand. Okay? He's seeking up to $20 million in damages. Woo! Do y'all remember? Are y'all old enough to remember when Burt Reynolds' friend sued him for palimony? Do y'all remember that when dudes was getting sued for palimony? These A-list actors. That was part of Grippergate too, early on. Extortion of the artists by other art. This is what y'all seeing, all these lawsuits dropping. This is nothing but palimony. Like, you said you was my friend, you was my pal. I ran around with you. I have documentation that I did this. I know the lifestyle. I've been around. You can't dispute it. Give me 20 mil or I'm going to the peoples. This is the type of shit that people don't respect that I've done for many. Yeah, man, I could drop lawsuits all day if I was a rat like that. I had a lot of pals that wore me as a vest that I know. Family members, ex-girlfriends that they might have laid hands on. Yeah. Sticky situations, all that. All that. But they don't respect when the G's really do it. You see, because they're hoping that we just all transition, wither away, or that we somewhere in a cage. That's what they be hoping. So they get mad when I'm consistently in the mix and somebody's, oh, yo, you know son got a YouTube? Yeah, or all of that. They get upset. Damn, how he's still around? Yeah. Yeah, shit like that. But these type dudes be dropping the lawsuit. Right. And everybody respect it. I don't. Because if you knew all this was going on while it was going on, man, you should have did what you were supposed to do. You understand that? Anyway, let's continue. The complaint filed in U.S. District Court, Southern District of New York. He ain't playing. He went straight. Man, this is straight for the guillotine. Okay? Details so many disturbing claims about Fat Joe's alleged relations with women, including minors, that it contains a trigger warning on the first page of the 157-page document. Oh, yeah. All type of transporting, all type of crossing state lines with minors, all type of him getting domed, all type of Grippergate activity, paying, allegedly, for somebody who was so young and tender at the age of 15 to get surgery, shots or whatever, to plump in her little hiney. Yeah. Yeah. This is how foul your man has been. This is how foul he's been. Okay? But coming on YouTube, Instagram, his own podcast talking about, I robbed 70 people in the gym. Yo, everybody take your stuff off. Really? And people go for that type. This is the type of time we living in. And I kept saying, he's capping, he's capping, he's capping. He's high. Must be that Zempy. Peace, Tyson. What's going on? Guns and Gloves, what up? This is where we at. Okay? Diego, what up? This is a man. A Latin brother. allegedly. Okay? Spanish, Puerto Rican, allegedly. Now, one thing I do know is with money, even if it's a little bit, though he says he was in the street getting it too, and ran with individuals in the street that was getting it too. One thing I know is with that type of cash, that type of power, that type of reputation in our communities as somebody who was coming through the hip hop era and energy, you get noticed by the women folk. Now, black women, now it's different. Back then, black women was doing it. They had their own. So when they was coming to these functions, and I'm talking about real dime pieces, real New York City dime pieces that was getting money, their own, and may have had a hustler or two. Real fly girls, girls that we ain't making no outfits. They going to Lord and Taylor, they going to Saks, they going to Bergdorf Goodman, they putting it together. Real fly New York bros wasn't getting no rap money, was looking at they had these dudes, these dudes had their attention. Okay? They had the attention. These rap dudes, when they was getting all of the video music box play, the radio play, people started looking at them like, yo, hold on. They getting to it. Now, black women are apprehensive. They ain't really about nothing. Black women didn't become fans. I mean, true fans and groupies of hip hop way later. Probably in the 2000s, man. Black women they not like that. They started to get conditioned like that. They wasn't fanning out like that, especially the bad ones. You had to have long bread, okay? But any other community, ethnicity, nationality, whatever, if they was in the rap joint, you around the Moreno. You around black folk. You can do this rap thing and they accept you. All the little mommies was giving them dudes tail. You could have just been in the entourage and got a shot of tail from them little Spanish mommies. Didn't take much to impress them. Okay? And you will get a bad one as far as they're concerned. Why is this man dealing with minors? Somebody help me out. That seems to be a Bronx thing. This is going on. I don't like doing it. Bam was messing with allegedly minor boys. Okay? Your man Chris is doing songs 13 and good. Listen. I'm trying to figure this out. Why are these allegations coming out right here and right now? With all of the attention. Right? Back then we didn't have the Ubers, they had the OJs. Dudes is renting limos and you in the limelight, you doing it. The image alone got you a shot of decent tail. Why are you messing with minors? If this is what's going on. Listen, the X, Harlem too. We're not gonna leave it right there at the X. You got that. I give you that. I give you that right there, guns and gloves. Okay? Not the X, all right. Alone. Not the X alone. The X in Harlem. Uptown, goddamn. Uptown. Until there's significant allegations for Queens and the BX. Queens and Brooklyn. Y'all got a whole lot uptown. Y'all known for it. All y'all hustlers from Nicki to all them dudes. Mess with my driving to the high schools. LL, driving to the high schools. She only 17. Yo, don't sleep. That ain't Brooklyn. Y'all ain't hear none of that. None of that. That is a practice. Get drug money, get hustling money, gambling money, surf the high schools. That's, y'all don't ever, y'all can't even win that debate. That's an Uptown thing. Okay? However, we would believe that rap dudes would have more integrity than that, especially Spanish poppies. Okay? Come on now. Tyson, if you got information, you could DM me on IG. I don't know about that dude going up to high schools and all that. You putting that on Jigga Man. I don't know. We'll discuss that later. Right now, we staying right here. It's Fish Friday. Don't push me off the trail, damn it. I'm trying to get to the fish. See, Blaze, we ain't heard ching ching. We heard one yet. One. Now they trying to distract me with the J. We not doing that. Uptown. The BX. These are the allegations of your man, Caillou Cartagena. Alleged relations with women, including minors. And it contains a trigger warning on the claim. $20 million this man won. $20 million this man won. Huh? Come on now. Fat Joe took his ideas, his intellectual property, the songs that he's written, creative. He just ran, and I guess he got to a point where he said, you know what, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of it. Like many of them, I'm telling you, any one of these dudes that's still in it now from the 90s, any one of them could get a lawsuit dropped on them right now. They did dudes dirty. They did women dirty. But when it comes to the minors, that's taking it to another level. It makes no sense. First of all, they're not even supposed to be around you. They're not. Well, listen, when we were going to Union Square, the Latin quarters and all that, we was 16, 17, 18. Like, we wasn't no women that was in Bentleys, in Silver Shadow, level 10 and all, that was dealing with dudes that was running around Union Square. No. We was all hip-hopped out. We was dealing with each other. Them chicks in Bentleys was looking like the birds on Soul Train and all that. They was out of our, even if they was 2, 3, even if they was 4 years older than us. If they was 20, 22 and they already working and been in college, they wasn't looking at no kids. No, that's what they considered kids, right? These dudes had access to our peer group. Why wasn't they worrying about our own peer group? Why was you going outside of that to people who couldn't even come to the club? If Fat Joe, at the point at which he was starting to get recognized, let's say 93, 94, right? At a certain, what are you doing with 16, 15-year-olds? What are you doing with them? They're like little girls to you. Especially if you hustling, you getting narcotic money on the street, right? You know the Spanish dudes like to sniff that Monteca and make sure they got that little dope phallus and trying to hit them older Spanish mommies. Why are you with the minors? And it didn't stop, because this is a brand new lawsuit. So that means at the point at which you done ate off a pun, the point at which you started eating with Irv Gotti and them, you in a whole different lane. The point at which you ran down south to Miami and is really responsible for Pitbull and really was the first. You don't know, Fat Joe was one of the first New York dudes outside of Eric Sermon to really go and mess with out-of-town rappers. In fact, Joe was one running around with Bone Thugs and Harmony. He was the one, he been seen Khaled and Pitbull. And Joe was out there. He was running around. He was running around out there. New York dudes wasn't paying attention to that shit. Why? Because he thought it was trash. All that the South got something to say, that wasn't saying shit. MC Shy D in 87, 88, do that D. We was already talking about sun, moon, and stars. Beef. You understand? Planet Earth was my place of birth. We way past that. So nobody in New York was going out talking about market, talking about, yo, this region here, that region here. Joe was the first one doing that. First one. Yeah. What part of the gripper game is that? Now, I don't know how this is going to play out in the court. So far, it hasn't been criminal, not that I know of. Okay? Not that I know of, but should this play out and should witnesses come through and should the statute of limitations meet, he could be up in the space. Yeah. He could be in a different space. And as far as the feds go, this could be an enhancement. Okay, because this ain't his first time. Remember, let's take it back. Newark, New Jersey, Joseph Cartagena, the rapper popularly known as Fat Joe, was sentenced to 4 months in prison for failing to file tax returns with the IRS. Cartagena, 42, at that time, of Miami Beach, Florida, changed his address. He'd been living in Miami. He was down there before y'all even heard of Agrippa Gate. Okay? Cartagena, 42, of Miami Beach, Florida, previously pleaded guilty to counts 1 and 2 of a 4-count information charging him with failing to file a tax return for tax years 2007 to 2010. These 2 counts correlate to the tax years 2007 and 2008 under the terms of the plea agreement. However, the tax laws for all 4 years, including 2009 and 2010, right, was taken into account for sentencing. So this is another one. This is another one. Now, in Homies, this brand new lawsuit, it could include some of this. Cartagena received income for his musical performances as well as royalties on the sales of his music. These monies came from 3 different sources: Terror Squad Production Inc., Terror Squad, Miramar Music Touring Inc., Miramar, and FJTS Corp. Cartagena owned Terror Squad and Miramar, both of which are corporations based in Somerville, New Jersey. Now, if Homie's coming in his new allegations and he's using anything from this case, man, that could be some trouble for the old fat man. Yeah, it could get a little nasty. It could get a little nasty for Caillou Cartagena. And it should be. Because we know that the trauma that come from SA, right? That come from allegations, abuse, minors, definitely if he paid for a BBL for a minor. No coming back from that. What's really good? Man, they need to see him for that. Yeah, this could get criminal real quick. Real quick. Now see why you can't go into business with everybody, Jada? Now you see that all clout ain't good clout? Huh? Man, listen. I don't know if he got receipts or not. Well, if it get to court, we'll find out. We'll find out. I'm saying, does Chuck E have enough money to pay this dude? Can he hit Mr. Dixon with the Cassie bag? Can he do it? I don't think so. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I think this is going to court. Yeah. Yeah, hold that. Yeah, hold that. Boy, oh boy. Keep telling y'all about these entertainers and athletes. I keep telling that to y'all. They don't care about you. They care about you and your attention given to them. That's it. That's it. So, I don't give a damn. I could care less. But if there's people who have been harmed, he need to see the same fate as the Puffster, as R. Kelly. Come on now. Come on now. But Jada went into business with him. Y'all want to sit there, you want to depart. That shit don't even make sense. But they ran with it. They established it. Right? Y'all wanted to see it. And he continued his capping. Now look what happened. He continued his capping. Now look what happened. Now look what happened. Let's see. Let's see. Will they have will he talk as much about his own situation as he has spoken about everybody else? Huh? Who said that? Hood Mayor said what? Kiss ain't had no choice. He owe? Who he owe? Talk about it, damn it. Talk who he owe? This is a Grippergate play? He had to sit there. Who he owe? I thought he was selling coffee and goods and peanuts and shit. He was doing all right. Him, his pops, and his son. They didn't have to do no podcast with Joe. Oh, he got to pay the handlers. Yeah. See? See what the bag gets you? Uh-huh. Yeah. All right. If we gonna run with that, let's run with that. Kiss had to do it. That's why he was looking so bugged out. They last little session. Ain't that right? Huh? Wasn't he looking silly when they got this capping ass dude on there? This mother sucker talking about he better than not. What is wrong with these dudes? Huh? Yeah, you took the Billboard. I'm just saying, you more relevant than Nas? Really? Yeah, listen. However it go down, y'all keep your eye on this Caillou Cartagena shit. Okay? I've been telling y'all he was capped. We done with him. See, Blaze, it looked like we getting ready to have some tuna today. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. That's what it looked like. So be prepared. Anyway, let's get to the next aim of the class, because I see it's a lot of guard bodies in the spotty spot, and they want us to get to the meat of the class, right? And we're gonna get to it. Hold your horses, though, damn it. Hold your horses. We gotta get to this mother sucker. Okay? Huh? We gotta get to him. Yeah. Oh, Jimmy Jones, I'm telling you, he couldn't sit next to me. Nah. Abundant One, I see you in the spotty spot. What up? Nah. This man admitted, and his mama admitted, to kissing in the mouth. Okay? Not when he was a baby, you trying to, you know what I mean? Not when he was a toddler, not when he was this teenager. My mom taught me how to kiss. Yeah, I had to teach him how to kiss. A mother sucker with tongue. Y'all still listening to this. But again, you got young dudes like that dumbass young dude who was on somebody's podcast talking about, we don't listen to Nas. Jimmy showed us fashion. Yeah, he showed your dumbass how to kiss your mother too? Get so stupid. Yo, I'm telling you, I get sick of these little stupid young dudes, man. With this, I don't care. That's old. We doing this now. This is it now. And listening to this crackhead who kisses mama, who is still with, I ain't even gonna go. I'm gonna leave the girl alone. I'm not gonna let her catch no stray. Let's stick to what we got going on here. Now, this man sat in between Fat Joe and Jadakiss and addressed that particular conversation that we was just speaking on with this young dude in whatever podcast, wherever it was at, okay? And he was visibly tight and upset that this was even a conversation. Nicole Simmons, much appreciation for funding the war effort. Like, really? Like, come on, man. To the point at which Joe was even like, yo, hold up, because you saying too much, hold up. And Kiss could just put his head back like, oh, shit, like, who booked this nigga? Because that's how I had, like, who booked this nigga? Like, really? Really? This nigga sat in between these two and had the nerve to say that he's better than Nas, has more Billboard entries than Nas. What? Like, he's more real, like, y'all know how I feel about MCs. Y'all know how I feel about Nas. Yeah. He caught me with the snuff button and all that. Yeah. He stumbled down the stairs a little bit. Yeah, all that. But as an MC, yeah, hands down, one of the greatest to ever touch the mic. Ever. We're gonna get that shit straight right now. You almost dropped the toast. Who the hell snuffed you in the head but you? What the hell is that? Oh! Get the toast. Clap, nah. You was gone though. Gone. Took off. Oh shit, where you go? Right? Don't worry about it. That's an old story. Y'all look that up. It's an old story. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway. Nas as an MC? Yo, come on, man. Took it to the next level. In a space where people thought that Rakim was it. That Ra was going to be the pinnacle of people on a microphone. Nas turned it up. Turned it up as a teenager. Now, he's not the only teenager to have done it. But he definitely the best. LL was a teenager when he shifted the paradigm of the game. Yeah, LL was a kid, 16, 17. Nas, 16, 17. Special Ed, 16, 17. These are the people who shifted in our era. Okay? This newfangled shit, you can't even find a 16-year-old worthy of saying anything. Okay? Huh? You're saying, what? Come on, man. We're not going to start. It ain't hard to tell. What? Come on, man. With Medusa. Give us shotguns in hell. Come, listen. I had the Uzi in my army jacket lining. We're not going to... The impact, the intelligence, the flow, everything. We're not going to play with them at all. And I will never sit and allow this mother kissing, sucking on dude to even think that that's going to fly. And for any youngins listening to any of them platforms to ever think that Jim Jones, namesake of an Ofe, who unalived melanated people. If anything, you should have never had that name, but I get it. Your intellect, you can't think of anything else. I would never allow anybody to believe that that shit that he ever spoke on wax anywhere could ever compare to not. And son, we talking Nas, 1991, 1992, 1993. From 93 to 2002. Billboard. Yeah. All through the decades, man. People look, listen, and learn from Nas. Nas has taught, hold on, man. Hold on. People who listen to Nas from then till now are educators, are nurses, are doctors, are politicians. Who the hell listened to Jim Jones and did any of that? You keep listening to this man who kissed his mama, who on a block pitching rocks as a middle-aged man, and that's what the hell you gonna be. So if you 19 and 20 and you talking about Jomo and what he put on his body as far as clothing, and you listen to them and you think that bullshit ballin', you really believe that he teaching y'all something? Y'all ass gonna go to two spaces. Behind the bars, on Meek Fleece Johnson and them, or you going to the grave. That's the only two bases for anybody who listen to Jim Jones. That's it. So you young dumb dudes need to wake up and understand that you are, even in your praising of Jim Jones, you're basically contradicting who you are, because your lifestyle, the way you live, is more in tune with what Nas is spitting. Because y'all dudes who like Jim Jones and think that he can compare to Nas, y'all not on the block pitching. Y'all not. Your lifestyle is more in tune to the hip hop that Nas furthered. That's just the truth. That's the truth. The majority of this era is living in accordance to the lessons that Nas was spitting. I don't see none of y'all moving to what Jim Jones is cackling about. I don't. Definitely not in Harlem. Y'all got so many Roy G. Bivs up there with they little dogs switching in hot pants and all that. Harlem ain't Harlem no more. It ain't. I don't see y'all doing playing CeeLo in the street, gambling houses, none of that. Y'all ain't got Willies no more, none of that. None of that lifestyle. Nothing. Y'all got old phase with little teacup dogs running up and down, safe. Midnight, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Safe. Safe. It's like Brooklyn ain't Brooklyn no more in certain spaces. Yeah, Jerron, you got a little 62 today. Be quiet if I take it back, damn it. It's Fish Friday. Let's see how your grade really want to improve. Okay? So, I don't know what Jimmy is talking about. What's his government name anyway? James? Somebody, one of y'all Harlem people, what's his government name? Let's go. Is it James? That's what Jimmy's short for. Joseph? His name is Joseph just like Joe? Or y'all playing? Don't play. Is his name Joseph? Or is his name James? Come on now. See, y'all coming in here joking around. What is Jim Jones' government name? His name is Joseph? Like Joseph Jackson? Huh? Joseph Guillermo. His name is Guillermo? Like, his name is Guillermo? Like dude from Jimmy Kimmel? Come on, man. Don't do that. Y'all in the chat. Come on, man. Stop capping. His name is Guillermo? Come on, man. Come on. See, I don't be Warbucks, I don't be messing with you because I know you be in here capping, man. His name ain't no damn Guillermo, man. Cut it out. I'm telling you, man. If his name is y'all gonna make me do an entire class. Y'all gonna make me do an entire class if that man name is Guillermo. Huh? Oh, damn it. That's it. See, I gotta see brown girls in my I gotta let she say it. Then it is what it is. That's why they call him Jomo, because his damn name is Guillermo. God damn it. Nah, man. Ain't nobody named Guillermo Tough. That's a drunk poppy name. Yeah. Yeah, that's a drunk poppy name. Guillermo. What the hell's going on? And he talking this tough Willie shit? Come on. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I believe he's high. I believe all of them are high. And I believe that because they were so high and running around as CIs and CWs, that they are now falling a victim to whoever their handlers were taking away the drugs from them. And that's why they so out of their mind and talking reckless. Goddamn Guillermo. Okay, so look. And we got to give props too, because right before I came on, somebody hit me in my inbox with a zip with the drip, who had the chat LGBT or whatever, and clearly pulled up. He didn't even have to do it. Pulled up the Billboard. I have Billboard in my head consistently for years, because out of everything that I was getting up north, all I wanted was books and a subscription to Billboard every year. Now, whether y'all know it or not, back in the, well, shit, I don't even know when it started, but when I was getting subscriptions in 1996, Billboard was the most expensive publication out, even more than Wall Street Journal. Billboard was like $400 for the year because it came out consistently and it had nothing but information in it. So I know who was banging the charts for decades. By the time I touched the town in 2004, they wasn't doing no, listen, Dipset numbers was really based on what Cam was doing. There wasn't no numbers, wasn't no charts. With Jim Jones is sitting there balling, probably. The other joint with Ron Browns, but these wasn't no major mount. This shit wasn't going plat. You crazy? Nas been a machine. A machine. So we're going to tell Jim Jones, have several seats. Well, he got to have a seat now, because old Cartagina's done off. And I'm sure that Cartagena ain't book him. I'm sure that Jadakiss didn't book this dude, because they really don't have nothing to say. Really. Kiss ate him up in the verses. He don't have nothing to say to this dude for real. He brings no type of credibility to anything in hip hop. None. A little space in Uptown, a little space in Harlem. That's it. That's it. He wasn't even the best out of Dipset. Not at all. If Jewels would have kept his teeth and kept his sanity and been off of them drugs, he was next. Right? He was next. And I don't know what the hell happened to Hell Rel and all the rest of them. But Jim, Guillermo? Guillermo. Harlem is it? Y'all really rocking behind Guillermo? Come on, man. I don't see why anybody would. Listen, after his mama agreed, after his mama vouched and validated their lip locking, tongue wrestling session, he shouldn't be able to say shit to nobody at all. What kind of world is we living in? The young dudes, you can't ignore that. Can't ignore that. Imagine, picture that shit. Somebody saying that in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000. You did what? Now get your ass out of it. You can't, ain't no coming back from that. Ain't sitting on nobody's platform with that. But again, because of Grippergate, because of how they align themselves in the business of white folk, y'all give that a pass. Y'all shrug your shoulders. Y'all allow that gray area to be what it is, right? Not me. Not me. Not me. No, you kissed your mama. Your mama said, yeah. As grown folk. As if we needed to know that about y'all. They ain't talk about getting no therapy behind it. Nothing. Nah, homie. Could never be around me. Fuck, you crazy. And Nas? Who? How dare you? No, for real. This is the type of time New York be on now. How dare you, yo? In any form and any way. And he didn't say, yo, I dance better than him. Yo, I got more broads, I got a better broad than him. Yo, I got mad money, I got more money. None of that. He said lyrically, and his contribution. What? Yeah, nah, son. Nah. You on that stuff. Yeah, it's like Martin said, Pam on that stuff. Yeah, you on that stuff, Jimmy. Yeah. You on that stuff. Definitely. You on that stuff. I believe. There's something not right up here. Don't know what it is. Don't know which stuff it is. But in New York City, in the 5 boroughs, in the birthplace of the manifestation of hip-hop, blasphemy for anybody that is not truly on that level to ever mention Nas' name like that. But that's what Nas get for not slapping the shit out of dudes. You want to snuff butt me and run, but you letting these dudes. So somebody tag now. Tell Nas to come to class. Tell him to explain himself. Why you snuff butt Bliz and run? You letting these dudes talk reckless. You letting them dudes talk reckless. I ain't say nothing to you. Real talk. I ain't say nothing to him. I just came to the video shoot to see what was going on. Well, I wasn't invited to the spot. Catch me on the stairs and shit. That's all right. That's why Jimmy talk reckless. You see, that's how that worked. That's how that worked. Okay, so we got rid of Cartagena, Caillou. Yeah, got rid of Jimmy Jones. It's Fish Friday, y'all. Ain't been no... Yo. Karim, you got... See, Bliz, you gonna have to send me some mayonnaise. Yeah, I got to do the tuna tonight. Yeah, they bullshitting tonight. They are, yeah. Yeah, these pots here, this shit ain't gonna be heated up tonight. Nah. Send the mayonnaise. I got to do the tuna special. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Drea. The tuna. And it ain't no bread in this month. I'm gonna be doing tuna and crackers on a Fish Friday. Damn, y'all. Let's go. Next up. Okay, we get into the reason why we here soon enough. Somebody tag Lorenzo. Clown ass Lorenzo. Tell him to come. Tell him to come. Tag Brand Nubians. Tell him to come. And we're gonna deal with him quick. Because he's a dummy. He's a dummy. And he's going to lead, it's going to segue right into the next space because this is why they don't have students running to the nation of gods and earths. Because even in their infancy, even in their lack of knowledge of self, people, young men and young women, know bullshit when they see it. They know when people allow gray areas to exist. And this dumb shit that he said, this reasoning that he appeared with the euro, the reasoning that he just went. Yeah, people did videos and were taken aback by me appearing, with Vlad and Yeah, this is my waterfall in the back. Yeah, this is my waterfall in the back, right? Dion Hill, much appreciation for funding the war effort. You know what I'm saying? Remember the last dude that was talking about the waterfall in the back? You see how they doing? This is the shit they do on social media, showing you, because this is what the old faith do. I'm going to show you what I've acquired. You understand? What I've acquired. Divine, much appreciation for funding the war effort. This is what we're doing now. So now, because I look at him as an 85 right now. In all reality. I wouldn't care what he know. I wouldn't care what he can quote from 120. I see him as an 85 because that's how he manifests himself. Deaf, dumb, and blind. That's how I see it. Because he sat there and even in the mix of the controversy, a couple of weeks ago, people forgot about it. All right, go ahead. He was on. He sat there. You going to double down and say, well, people were taken aback by it, but he apologized. And since he apologized, who am I? Like, really? You're going to come back in front of the nation and double down and sit strong and firm, talking about this Euro apologized, and because of some other understanding and information that you have come across about certain situations, whatever the hell you wanted to term it as. Excuse me, y'all. That it's okay. And again, I don't know, and I have to say it. I have to say it because it hasn't been going on for a long time. I haven't seen no guards giving anybody justice. Pierre, much appreciation, Gene. I haven't seen it in a long time. Where dudes used to get stripped of their attributes. Where dudes was getting stomped out for violating the degrees, for violating the nation. And it's, again, when you are reading, when you are manifesting, when you are living, there's no room for gray areas. But we have been given things a pass for a long time. This is why we consistently sit in a space of oppression. Because nobody wants to hold somebody else accountable for their deeds and actions because they themselves may lack the discipline and the fortitude, and they may be called to the middle of the cipher, be called to the table. So they give a pat and shrug a shoulder. Well, that's just, no, that's how he manifests that. Now that's bullshit. Much appreciation, God body. And that it is. It's just bullshit. Van, much appreciation for funding the war effort. It's just because the kids look at that. They see it. So when you don't stick to your word, when you don't follow a doctrine that is written word for word, they look at you like they look at the devil. Because that's what the devil has taught them. And consistently said to them that y'all ain't shit. That y'all don't live by y'all word. Y'all not nobody. You know what they used to call them up north? Nickel niggas. Hurts my heart. Because for a long time, that's all I knew. That's all I knew. So when he says he could do what he wanted to do, and to his followers who he might have disrespected, G&G, much appreciation for the PayPal. It's like, to those, and this is what he said, and I keep trying to get y'all to understand his language when they say that. To those who consistently support me, who consistently, what? When I come on for everybody. Old, new, consistent clients. It's never a have to ever. Because what we always say, we don't eat off this, but we can build here, teach each other. We can do magnificent things here. And the more resource, the more work we can do. But now you see the language that I've been speaking about when I keep telling y'all dudes is in it for the bag. To those who are consistently supporting me, if I offended you, then take responsibility for that. But those who don't, well, it is what it is. That's white folk. That's the devil. That's the 10%. Wicked and weak. Grafted. That's that language. That's the business language that I keep telling you about. So when you see that, when you hear that, you got to question that. What kind of God is that? But people don't want to hear it. They want to give them passes. And that's because where's the leadership? Where's the structure? Where's the cadre of the nation of gods and earths that's going to do that? That's going to say, hold up. Hold up. Now that God out of pocket. And where they see him, wherever they see him at, run right through his mouth. That's just what it's supposed to be. So Lorenzo Clown, keep standing tall for the Ofe. That was unnecessary. People knew where you stood when you sat there. There was no need to address that at all. We know what time it is. But see, when they got to go into hiding now, when, again, they don't live in the town, again, they may not have that accessibility to other individuals. They feel they safe. World is small. The world is small. And some people take the degree seriously. Seriously. That's all they want to know. That's how they manifest themselves. Again, it's all I knew. That's it. I knew nothing other than I was born into it. So when you come and you see Karim, right? I gave y'all the breakdown of that. My father, my enlightener. Gave me that. His name is Karim. Gave me the name Karim. Why? Why? Most people don't know why. Why do I call myself Karim? People don't know. My name is Karim. It's spelled with an accent. I have an Islamic middle name as well that I don't use in case I gotta get low. You understand? But Karim is my father's naming me after what? After his enlightener. Who came out of Pelon, out of the Bronx. Akbar. Yes, Akbar. Who changed his name to Karim. So you could understand Akbar. Look him up. One of the father's firstborn. This is all I knew. All I knew. Okay? All right? And in that, from 66 to 69 when I was born, that's what it is. My enlightener, my father, took his shahada. Because we're going to get in that in a minute. Took his shahada. Sunni Muslim. And as the shahada was whispered in my ear at birth, by Karim and my father, that's it. That's all I knew. Okay? And then by 73, when my father believed he needed more discipline because the nation of gods and earth lacked discipline, this was the real beef between Malcolm X and Clarence 13X, that he lacked discipline because he liked to drink and smoke and gamble, but he was so proficient in the degrees. Okay? The initial reason for father-in-law leaving and bringing the degrees to the street, yeah, that's all I know. My father went the opposite direction. From the nation of gods and earth to Sunni, to the nation of Islam to get his ex. Okay? Okay? All right? Huh? Now, in the mix of all that, and how people manifest the degrees and what they doing and how they taking it, they always had some type of individuals or gods or whoever who thought that they knew more than the others and who caused a lot of confusion. But ain't no confusion when you are claiming that you are seven, but you working with the divine evil, the worst of the divine evils who make income and finance Israel, utilizing hip-hop as a platform. You the worst of the worst, Lorenzo. A clown. Now any God body that want to sit with the clown, sit with him. Because that's that custy shit. That's when you still got crack in your brain. That's when you still got cheap beer in your brain. That you can give a pass to somebody who's with, who? The 10%. Okay? That's where we at with it. Now, we move his bum ass out the way. Because that's for Sadat, Pooba, whoever else is in this circle or around, for them to tolerate that bullshit. He too light in the ass for me. Though if he wants to get it shaking, y'all can set it up. Set it up. We can do the boxing match shit. Set it up. Set it up. I got a whole community that's in need of charity that I'll be willing to give and pay people rent and make sure they eat and all that. I'll bust his ass for a bag. Definitely. Claude Nelson, much appreciation. Straight up. I'll lay hands on him. Because he's violating. Okay? Listen, it's not getting monetized. I know I'm not, because I'm getting ready to go elsewhere with it. I hear you. That's my best friend hitting me in the text. I hear you. But they ain't monetized the last joint. It is what it is. I gotta go in. I have to go in. Because there's a lot of confusion. And when there's confusion and the degrees are involved and where people sit with it, it has to be said. It has to be said. Remember, I'm just asking people. We could get it shaken. I didn't say I was going to be at his doorstep or nothing like that. I'm just saying, if anybody wants to let him know that he's taking it back, because he initially said in the opening of the video, I see and heard that people are making videos and talking about how I was with this individual, how I appeared with this Euro. I don't know if he's throwing a shot at me. I don't know if he's throwing a shot at somebody else. I don't know who he's throwing shots at. But if it's me, if for some strange reason it is me, put the gloves on. In a park. It ain't got to be no arena. In front of somebody's building. All I need is 8 street squares. Toe to toe. Old school. Toe to toe. It's toe to toe. In front of anybody building or in anybody lobby. Straight up. I guarantee you, you're going to sleep for violating the nation of gods and earth. You're going to sleep. Guarantee you that. Guarantee you that. Because this is why we get to where we at now. With people sending me video clips of what RZA said. Now listen, I made an attempt. I really did. I made every attempt to try to watch Drink Champs. That shit is 4 hours, man. I don't like to take people's words out of context and then give commentary on it. I can't do it. Can't do it. Not gonna happen. 4 hours, I did 3. And it wasn't getting to the point of which y'all sent the clip and asked the question. And I'm only speaking to certain guards who hit me up and said, yo, excuse me, what do you think about RZA saying he took his shahada? Again, people sit in a space of gray area. And then when they sit in the space of gray area, a lot of things are allowed. It just is what it is. It's that way with Islam. It's that way with Christianity. It's that way with everything except for war. Except for war. So this is why I say I don't follow these doctrines. I don't. I've forgotten more about these doctrines than many people have even woken up to. I was raised in it. I lived it severely. I have 1,000 books up here. I know who I am and I manifest that. I'm disciplined in it. Okay? So when they asked me that, I said, well, listen, I don't know them. Have I been around them? Yes. Have I attempted to do business with them? Yes. Have I been on tour? Yes. Have I been? Yeah. But that's years ago. I don't know them. When people make different transitions in their life, you don't know them. Just like every sibling responds to their parents differently, and every parent responds to their children differently during the course of years and things and moving, you don't know them. I don't know Meth now. I don't. I can remember who he was, how he treated me, what we did. Nor you, God, nor Ray, nor Deck. I don't know them now because they've been in certain spaces for a long time, have different ideas, different beliefs, mingle with different people. I don't know them like that. And that's what a lot of people need to recognize. I got dudes coming on from, yeah, yo, that was my man, or back, yo, that's my cousin. Y'all don't know these people. You don't know them. And it's obvious to a duck because they don't reach out to you. You're not important in the scope of how they move. So I don't know this dude. All I can base it on is how he manifests himself to that degree to which I see and what they say out of their mouth. Now, I'm taking his shahada, and in the comment that was made, when people asking me, yo, what's up with that? Thought that's the God. I don't know. I don't know. Okay? Now, he went on, I do this and that. And I also, because he's been drinking the whole 4 hours. I'm going to let you know that right now. Which, again, for anybody taking their shahada and doing all this and being wise, listen, says, I'm watching him, they drinking sake and all this, all for 4 hours. So I'm like, damn, he still get toasty. They get toasted. I'm like, yo, okay. In the degrees, in the 120, they don't speak on none of that. And I know for an absolute fact through my enlightener, shit, Father Allah did a whole lot of getting high. Yeah, whole lot. Again, this is not the build for that. Okay? All right? They going on and on for hours about European vacations, white friends, this and that. This is the business. We know the business. And I keep telling y'all, when people quote the business and bags and exposure and moving around, and I know that the business aspect of anything that's entertainment is the business of bagel meisters and bankers. Son Sanders, what's up? Much appreciation. I'm looking at it like, yo, hold on. So that means the degrees don't mean nothing. That means the Quran don't mean nothing because you're in the business of entertainment and that's how you get your resource. So you are being sustained in the same space that the Puffster is sustained in, that Baby sustained in, right? That Pharrell and Kanye, y'all up under the umbrella of the bagel mices and the O-phase. So the degrees is pushed back. The 120 gets pushed back. We got to excuse what I'm doing in the business to feed family. I got to submit to the business in order to manifest myself. That ain't in the degrees. So when he says he took a shahada and people are questioning me, I'm like, yo, that's where he at. But they're saying, how can that be if he's God body? Okay, the difference, the supposed difference between somebody who is God body acknowledging themselves as Allah opposed to a Muslim is what? Is the 5 pillars of Islam and the what? The prayer, the salat, the acknowledgement that the God is outside of the self. We have to agree on that. You can't have it both ways. Either you are God cipher divine, or you acknowledge something outside of you. You can mix and mingle and play around with all the other pillars because the nation of gods and earths do fast, right? They do give zakat, charity. Yeah, they know. Okay? They don't prostrate. They don't acknowledge that. And that is not debatable at all. However, and before we get there, because we got some people in here that are laymen and don't understand what I'm saying with prostrate because they probably grew up in the church, right? Which, if you hard body in the church, you call it prostrating too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But let's get to the definition of it. Prostration or prostrating comes as part of a package belonging to the righteous, a package that also includes repentance, worship, praise of Allah, righteousness, obedience, and giving good news. And in this surah, since it's Juma Friday, and we going, if y'all want to take this as a semi-kufba, then do it. It's just class, though. Such righteous believers are the repentant, the worshipers, the praisers of Allah, the travelers for His cause, those who bow and prostrate in prayer, all right? Those who enjoy what is right and forbid what is wrong, and those who observe the limits set by Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, and give good tidings to the believers. There is no wiggle room in that. The believers of Islam, the believers are definitely not O-Face. They're definitely not Bagelmeister. They're definitely not those who are fighting as Zionists in Israel. But those are the ones who run the music business. So if you're not manifesting through the degrees, which, let me remind you, okay, in the 1 to 14, right? And the knowledge at a cipher degree. Listen now, before we continue with prostration, I want you to hear it now. If you're dealing with the degrees, why does Muhammad or any Muslim murder, unalive the devil? What is the duty of each Muslim in regard to 4 devils? And what rewards does each Muslim receive by bringing and presenting 4 devils' heads at one time? That's the degree. that none of them in the industry could ever say that they manifest, because they pay these dudes. These dudes eat off of the gods who submit to the rules and contracts of the music industry. Answer: because he is 100% weak and wicked and will not keep and obey the laws of Islam. His ways and actions are like that of a snake of the grafted type. Let me stay, because I don't want to allow people to get technical. Okay? So Muhammad learned, okay, that he could not reform the devil, so they had to be unalive, because they know that he is a snake. And if he was allowed to live, he would surely sting someone else. Each Muslim is required to bring in 4 divine evils. And by having and presenting 4 divine evils heads at one time, his reward would be a button to wear on the lapel of his coat. Also free transportation to the holy city of Mecca to see their brother Muhammad. No God, body, or Muslim in hip-hop, in commercial rap, actor say that they did that. I want to see that, because in all reality, I got my 4. It ain't for social media, but trust and believe. You ask about me, I got my 4. RZA don't have his 4. So when he says he took his shahada and prostrating, let's continue. In short, prostration is an integral part of the sincere Muslim's life. One might even argue, especially after reading and research outlined, that prostration is a way of preparing the heart, mind, and body for total obedience. Total obedience. This is the act of prostrate. This is when you said you traveled to Mecca. You took your shahada. There's nothing in the 120. Though people get confused with how the 120 and certain questions and answers are written. That's the gray area. That's the gray area that I'm talking about, that most who are solid and strict, again, it gets confusing for many when they keep continuously asking these questions decade after decade after decade. When the Father said we are not Muslims, you still, because of the language, again, you have to understand the degrees came out of the mosque. It came out. When you have older degrees, what do you think? It's stated there. Okay? Now, Harry, when he's saying he did that, this is what he's saying. That he makes a lot. So, at your next salat, be especially mindful of your prostration and what it means to you. Right? Like he said, this is what it means to me. This is what I do, and each man has his own path. I'm still drinking. I'm still... See the gray area? See how it gets funky? The gray area. Because you have this free will as a Muslim. But the degrees is solid. It's written. The simple act of prostrating to the highest power aligns you with that power and imbues your life with profound meaning. Prostration as a manifestation of humility. Let's go through. Narrations tell us that prostration is the highest degree of worship that a person can perform. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you're a Muslim, this is what you do. This is obligatory. This is what you do as a Muslim. So now when he takes his Shahada, you ain't Prince Rakeem. That gotta go. What is your Islamic attribute? Because you took your Shahada. You are now Muslim. You're prostrating. And it's fine. But there's no dual entity here. You can't be cuz and Paru. It don't mix. You're not Republican and Democrat. No, you taking a stance. Are you God or are you a Muslim? There's no gray area. Now, the meaning of the verb to prostrate is to be stretched out with one's face on the ground in adoration or submission. Prostrating is an act of surrender and thus requires a high degree of humility. Most gods don't do it. They submit to themselves. This is why most of the gods who knowledge 120 are very egotistical and arrogant in that space. There's no humility for anything outside of the self. Arm a leg, arm a head. There's no humility in that. They're definitively saying, nah, man, I acknowledge me. That's it. When you stick to that degree, you stick to that. Once you shift, you shift. And again, it's all good. But there's no both. There's no both in that. Either you're doing it or you're not. Now, you would not lower your head unless the one you bow before is greater or more powerful than yourself. It is an acknowledgement of yielding to another, whatever that idea is of another. You are giving yourself. You're submitting. That's what you do. So now if you're submitting, that means that you are required to live by ways of the 5 pillars. So now, because it get extra layered. If you are a true Muslim, taking your Shahada, how do you work with? How do you work in cooperation? How do you eat and pull resource with an industry that is bombing Palestine, bombing Iran, bombing Yemen, bombing Egypt, bringing death and destruction to your supposed Muslim brothers? Come on. No wiggle room in that. What are you doing? But y'all give it a pass. When the greatness, beauty, and graciousness of God overcomes us, we can naturally fall to our knees in prostration. This could be due to the realization of our insignificance as we submit ourselves to that which we accept as greater or more powerful. When he does that, you not in the 120 no more. That's it. That get pushed to the side. Ain't no prostration in the 120. None. None. To do so is a contradiction. You're not both. The act of prostration requires a believer to shed their arrogance. One must be humble in order to bow before our Creator when we recognize his importance. Whatever, here we go, whatever is in the heavens and the earth, the cattle and the angels prostrate themselves before God without pride. Ain't none of that in the degrees. None of it. None of it. A person would not bow to that which is not deserving unless there was some element of coercion involved. God, however, does not force us to worship or obey him. There is no compulsion in religion. Certainly, right has become clearly distinct from wrong. Whoever rejects the devil and believes in God has firmly taken hold of a strong handle that never breaks. God is all-hearing and all-knowing. As a Muslim, this is how you submit. This is what you're prostrating for. Okay? That's not in the degrees. That's not in the 120. This is from the Quran. So now the confusion and what allows many of them to live and shrug their shoulders and tolerate it, we go to the 1 to 36. 13th degree. Knowledge, understanding. What is his own self? His own self is a righteous Muslim. Are there any Muslims other than righteous? I beg your pardon, I've never heard of one. How many Muslim sons are there in the wilderness of North America? Approximately 3 million. How many original Muslims are there in the wilderness of North America? A little over 17 million. Do you mean to tell me that some of the 17 million do not know they are Muslims? Yes, sir. I can hardly believe that unless they are blind, deaf, and dumb. Well, they were made blind, deaf, and dumb by the devil when they were babies. Can a devil fool a Muslim? No, not nowadays. This is the degree which keeps people, hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why? Because the degree came out of the mosque. So now when Father is in the street building and manifesting and the students is moving and they moving through this energy of the city, they definitively have to say, we not Muslim, we don't prostrate, we don't go. That's what it was consistently. You don't derive and take away from that. The minute you do that, you're either or. Okay? It's either or. All right? Now, what is he? That's the question you're asking. Again, I don't know what's in his heart. I don't know what's his intentions. But I do know for fact that he consistently talked about the business of the music industry, knowing the business. The business is ran by your enemy. The business is ran by individuals who are extracting those resources and going and unaliving and oppressing Muslims. So I'm confused about somebody who took their shahada that still has time to mix and mingle and go into contracts with somebody who is weak and wicked in all of his affairs, if we're dealing with the degrees, and who is more of a serpent if we're dealing with the Quran. Don't ask me, I don't know. I don't know. I can't deal with my enemy on no terms at all. I couldn't do it. That's not happening. But it's consistent with the gods in the music industry. It's consistent. It's consistent from day one. Because that is the institution of the record industry. That is the institution that's built on that. I don't care if you got a contract from somebody in the Bible Belt, in the Mississippi Delta, from one of them small record labels, or if you was in Cali at Capitol Records, or if you was in New York. It's consistent. The bagel meisters are sitting here at the top, and they're dictating what they're giving you, telling you what you earn. Didn't he say that, right? Didn't Nori say his first deal was $5,000? And that Wu first deal was $60,000? Not based on what they know that they were about to do once they had that exposure and other entities of the industry. They knew that they were worth hundreds of millions of dollars from day one. But because the bagel meisters and the bankers run it, they have to submit, which is haram for a Muslim to place anybody before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You got to submit to the industry in order to manifest yourself as a Muslim or God? That's crazy. It's crazy work. It is what it is. Because the degrees tell you. Who are the 10%? They're the rich slave makers of the poor. Rich slave makers of the poor. Rich in the music industry. Slave makers, because you could be intelligent and have a bag and go into the industry and become a slave of the industry. Rich slave makers of the poor, who teach poor lies to believe that the almighty true and living God is a spook and cannot be seen with the physical eye, otherwise known as the bloodsuckers of the poor. You submit to the devil and expect people to respect the flag that you got on your chest? How? How? Who are the 5% of the poor planet? Of the poor part of the planet Earth. They're the poor righteous teachers who do not believe in the teachings of the 10%, who are all wise and righteous and know who the true and living God is, and teach that the almighty true and living God is the son of a supreme being, black man of Asia, who teaches freedom, justice, and equality to all the human families of the planet Earth, otherwise known as civilized people, also Muslim and Muslim sons. See what happens? So now, if he takes a shahada, what? No, that's still a guard. What? How? Where? Because that's what's in the degree. You see where it gets fuzzy? When somebody's really doing it now, say, yo, hold on, man. How does that work? How does that work? It has to work because, remember, Rakim and Nas is here. Rakim and Nas dealt with the devil, and Rakim and Nas still deal with the devil. I gave y'all that class a couple of months ago and last year, right? When Nas, again, brought the gods to the divine evils, to the devils, to the 10%. In order for what? To get resources. Let's go. Rakim looks set to finally be, quote unquote, paid in full. 36 years after releasing his and Eric B's critically acclaimed album bearing the same name. Alongside Scarface, the iconic MC is set to be the inaugural recipient of a big grant from the Paid in Full Foundation. The two rappers will be honored at the foundation's Hip Hop Grandmaster Awards in Las Vegas. Most devilish town on earth, but you bring the guards there, right? The event, according to the foundation's website, is thrown by Nas as well as Ben Horowitz, co-founder of the venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz, and Ben's wife Felicia. Bankers and OFAs that give to Israel. Yeah. This is not Horowitz' first venture into hip-hop. He was an early investor in the lyric annotation site Genius, then known as Rap Genius, and has been friends with Nas for many years. Wow. Israel consistently has bombed Muslim countries. They are at war with Muslim countries. They want no Muslim countries to exist. So whether you are God body or Muslim, how does this work? How does this work? The news of the Grandmaster Awards was first revealed by Steve Stout on the latest episode of Rap Radar Podcast. Steve Stout, another Bill Power, that's suspect, that's soon gonna be rocking with allegations as well with Diddy and all the rest of them. But the guards is rocking with this. I'm confused. I don't know what they are. So when I answer the question and I'm saying, I don't know, yo. I can't call it. Because I don't prescribe to those doctrines. I don't. My enemy's my enemy. Which is why, again, somebody put in the chat early in the class, yo, why you don't rock with this one no more? What was it? AZ? Because they know I don't play. That at 56, I'm consistent with my East New York upbringing, that if it gets sticky, if I got to question who you are, I'm going for that hammer. And you're going to meet whoever you worship. I don't play. So I can't be around OFAs. I'm not doing business with no OFAs who are going around my back and extracting my intellectual property to go and bomb melanated people who follow Islam. Now ask them that. Stout did not clarify in the interview whether the $500,000 figure was for each MC, split between them, or paid out to multiple grant recipients over the course of a number of years, nor did he reveal details about the healthcare offered. Why? Because them old face would have knocked his head off. The bankers have knocked his head off because they're not being specific. For all we know is cap. Like I told y'all in that class, do the YouTube search, that money could be anything. It's a grant. That's not liquid. They're not getting that bread. It's grants that's allowing them to be creative in different spaces. That's it. They ain't putting that 500 in their hand or whatever it is in their hand and tell them, yo, go do you. Old face don't work like that. They're not giving you nothing. So now you got the guards. You got Rakim, you got Nas working with the OFA, working with Bagel Meisters. You got the RZA consistently working with the Bagel Meisters and drinking for the last 3-4 hours on this space here. Nobody rocking with the degrees or rocking with the Kitab to that degree. So what am I to believe? I gotta believe it's more cap, it's more show business. Because the babies have nothing. If I'm confused, the babies are confused. Who are you? And it does matter. Because when you have confusion in gray area, there's no movement. When you can't figure out the equation, you got to sit there stuck until you figure it out. There's no movement when you don't. Man, when you're taking a test, You got to sit there and finish that, or what? Or you're going to get penalized for not answering the question. You can't just skip it. When you're confused, you're stagnant, you're stuck. So the equation is not mathing to me. It's not. Did you take the Shahada? Did you not? Did you do? Okay, so are you Muslim or you God body? Something got to move. So that's my answer to it. Again, confused just like the rest. I don't know what to think about it. Other than the fact that I don't get nothing from it. I can't benefit from it. I can't push my babies in that direction. All I can do is appreciate the gift of the creativity that was something that helped move what hip hop culture was in that time and space. That's it. Did it help me get through the bid? Yes. Were some of them instrumental in financing and helping me through the bid? Yeah. Did they acknowledge me in a space of comradeship at one time? Yeah. Definitely. But now the shit not here nor there now. I haven't laid eyes on none of them. And shit. This is 2025? That's 14 years. I couldn't go in and trust my seeds to go up in the room with them. I don't know if they part of Grippergate. I don't know how they sustain themselves. I know they're in a space where the Ofe would never have me. I know the Ofe would never give me no 1.1 million to sit in front of a camera. Hey, wouldn't do it. Because they don't trust me. I haven't been bonded to the Ofe. I haven't been to the functions with the Ofe. I don't have an allegiance to work with them. You know what it is for white folk to come and give you money? Here, this is you under the promise or the agreement that you're going to sit there for 6 months and promote a product? Come on, man. Shanita Jones, much appreciation for Fish Friday. Yeah, and I got to get to the market. Look like I'm gonna have a couple of whitings and might get a little shrimp out of that. Yeah, that's definitely appreciated. Getting a little nerve-wracking there, see, Bliz. I thought I was about to get the can opener. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's the answer that I have. I don't know, I don't know. I know it's just weird. When the God body say they taking a Shahada, I don't know. I don't know. I know what the Shahada entails. Okay? When they working with the old faith for years and years and years, and they got friends, they consider them friends, and they drinking, and they partying, yo, I don't know. I know anybody who sat in my seat and was very official with these individuals. Listen, man, these dudes went, and they know my mom's before she passed, man. I'm not no slow leak. These went to the crib when I wasn't there. My name is on the album, Jack. You open Wu-Tang Forever, I'm in the shout-outs. I don't know where they at now. I don't walk arm in arm with the divine, with them devils. I don't walk arm in arm with them, the 10%. In 2025, y'all still getting money with them? Knowing all this stuff that's going on? I don't know them. I don't. And I don't know anybody who would rock with that would be solid with me. I don't know that. Anybody's getting a bag out of this shit, I don't get out of here. Nah. I rely on my people. I'm a soldier. I'm a militant for liberation. I don't know no other way to be. I'm 56. I'm too old for the bullshit. I don't compromise that at all. Not doing it. There's no reason to. The 10% wants your demise. Iblis, Shaitan, whatever you, they don't want nothing right and exact. They don't. They don't. That is the knowledge and understanding you're supposed to get from these fictitious movies. Y'all watching Sinners and all that, and y'all don't get that shit. Y'all watching all these others, y'all don't get that. Straw and all this shit, saying you inviting the old fate in. Yeah, I catch that. You inviting the old fate in. You're trusting the old fate against your better knowledge and understanding. Then when they got you and they chewing and nibbling on your ass, it's too late. It's too late. Y'all understand that? Do y'all see? Did y'all really watch Straw? You understand that everybody that did her dirty was melanated people who believed in the institutions of white folk? Come on. But we supposed to give a pass to these dudes? Because they gassed y'all to believe that because they worked with these people to some degree in the music and entertainment industry that they all right. Nah, fuck out of here. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Trust and believe, I'm good. I rely and work with my people. I love my people. That's my salvation. Because I can see that. I can feel that. My people make sure that the resources, no matter how small it may seem, does wonders for me. I work hard for my people and they know that. There ain't no bullshitting. None. So F for Oath, I don't care about no one. Get the fuck out of there. I slap the shit out of Oath any given time of day. I don't have no type of respect for them. None. So I don't know how they sit. I don't know. But when we come to that discussion, it's concrete. Either you're prostrating or you're not. Either you're staying away from the drink and the swine or you're not. Either you're working with righteous brothers and sisters every day and in each and every way, or you're not. You collaborating and kikiing and cheesing and smiling with them devils. That's it. And on that note, classroom assistants, much appreciation for holding it down as always. No, I love my classroom assistants. I love my peoples. Y'all got everything y'all need. All right? I know she acting up, Frank. I'm out. Yeah, I know. I got to get over there. But again, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. I know that anything that you are going through, that you can rise up and master any given time. Trust in yourself. Get away from these old phase. Get away. That is what liberation is. To plot. To move. The furthest away you can get from them and build with like minds. Okay? You dig? To all my truckers, man, get to where y'all getting to safe. Get to your load and get it in your spot and keep it moving. Stay away from them rest stop dots because they little twat is hot. Fire! Burn you up! Okay? To all my educators, keep educating. To all my queen comrades, man, listen, keep yourself in refinement and in strength. You understand? Build what you need. You need a soldier, build them. Get what you need to get. Okay? Come back to class safe with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. Your job, your task is to make it home every night. Your task is to make it home every night. Without hesitation, safely. And that's all of y'all. No confrontation with the 85s. No confrontation with those who don't have it all up here. Get home. Be safe. And it's going to be blazing. I should have had a damn ice class because I need ice because I don't do this heat that's getting ready to come. Boy, I don't like the sweat. I don't like the heat. I can deal with the sun. I don't like the heat because it make your drawers stick to your pants and your grippers and you all sweating and hot, and I don't like that. I should have had an ice class, damn it. I might do an ice class tonight. Donation for some goddamn ice because you gotta stay hydrated, especially if y'all up on this end. The Northeast, it's gonna be hot. Keep y'all ass somewhere cool and keep drinking some water. Get you some watermelon and all that. Keep you hydrated. Don't play. If you got health issues, sit your ass down. Stay away from that brown liquor y'all think y'all don't be seeing. Y'all see y'all on all y'all little stories and all that. Drinking that brown, drinking that wine, and all that gang banging. Keep y'all ass away from it. Not gonna tell y'all no more. All right? And 55 gang, get y'all grades up.